on it. And number 10, Spinning the World. Now this theme was used for the movie, the Soul Blade Scorched Invader movie, and it just shows you clips from the movie, so it is an original animation made for the theme song. And I have to admit, I don't really like some of the cutting, you know, it's not done well. Like the bit with you just kind of like standing up, and it's too long, and I don't know, like the editing isn't done well until we come towards the end where the guys are like battling and letting their bass let it rip, you know. I'd say that bit's done pretty well, you know. And for me, that's like the only decent part, you know, like Jinga and Tsubasa's battle, like that's done pretty well, and I just like the song. That's the main reason why. I freaking love this song. Every time I hear it, I just get so energetic, and I'm like, yeah, it's on a Beyblade, and it does, you know, remind me of when I used to love this show so much, you know. It takes me back to my childhood in a way. But apart from that, there's not much to talk about in this theme song. It's average. And number 9, we have Metal Heart, the first Metal Fusion theme song. Metal Fight Heart, written by Martin Kachukia, Narita Ken, and performed by Yuki. This theme has a groovy upbeat theme, which is sort of like a video game beat to it, you know. Like some of the ding 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 does remind me of like video games and like Sonic the Hedgehog. And the visuals are okay, I'd say. I love how it starts off with all the bays like falling to the earth, like falling into our galaxy, with Pegasus being the first and then all the others. This is very symbolic in the whole star fragment, like, you know, story arc in this show where the bays, that's how bays were created, from fallen stars colliding to Earth. So I love how that's done, you know. There's 2 versions of this song. There is the first half, which doesn't really show much, just like the characters we see in like the first half of the theme song. I will say the second theme song is a little better. Just a little better. We do see more characters in this theme song, letting it rip and battling out. I do freaking love the bit with Tetsuya walking and then the aspect ratio changes, and I like that bit. It's done pretty well. The best part is definitely the Ryuga and Jinga scene when they're battling out. I wish they kind of animated it like that's how it kind of was in the anime in a way. It was a little less exaggerated like this, but I do like that. I freaking love when El Drago just appears behind Ryuga all of a sudden. It's freaking terrifying when you see that dragon. Like, I think they changed the design because he does not look like that at all in the anime whatsoever. Yeah, the animation does look pretty nice in it. It's okay, I suppose. Just, I do love the theme song. And number 8, we've got Beyblade G Revolution Go Ahead Japanese Opening 1. Oh, this song. Just the way it starts with the guitar. Then we have Tyson like get his Bay launcher, getting Dragoon and letting it rip. It looks so sick. This song was sung by Motoko Kumiya, Tyson's Japanese voice actor, which is like, whoa, really? Oh wow, this theme song is much better than all like the V-Force themes, and I just freaking love, you know, the way, I don't know, just the editing is so fast. It's like bang bang bang, you know. It's very fast paced. Look at these quick cuts, you know, with the bass spinning. It's like whoa whoa whoa, you I don't know where to look, and then it just kind of has Tyson's Dragon Galaxy battling against the green one. I forgot what it's called, but it just looks so sick and it's so fast. And it's like zoom zoom. The camera just keeps turning and twisting and all that. It looks really cool, you know. And we will get a chance to see the other characters, you know. I love the bit with Kenny and his technical stuff, and then Hillary. Why does Hillary? It shows a cake, a donut, a cell phone, and what is that blue thing in the background? I have no idea what that is. So it kind of shows you that Hillary likes cake, she likes donuts, and she likes cell phones. Typical teenage girl. But yeah, I do love the way they edit this theme song. It's like, it just wants you to get, you know, into it. And I freaking love the bit where the 5-panel scene where it has all the main characters, and then it cuts to their base spinning past them, and then we see them all close up. I don't know, I always loved that bit of the theme song, you know. This theme song was pretty cool, very cool, you know. Very cool, just a really groovy theme song, very cool. A lot of the animation used in this theme song is used in the G Revolution theme song, and I'm not surprised, it's so cool, you know, it's really cool. I would say this is definitely one of the most fast-paced Beyblade theme songs, so yeah, another great theme song. At number 7, we got Beyblade Metal Fury, or 4D, or whatever you want to call it, and it's Braveheart performed by Yuki. Although the song isn't as epic as Galaxy Heart, it does have a nice mellow rock vibe, which is very reminiscent to the Metal Fusion Japanese version, you know. It kind of has that video game-esque vibe. I don't know what it is. Like, it is very similar to that. There are 2 versions of this song. There's the full version, where it just shows like the main characters of the show and their new base, and then battling out, and then it shows you like Yuki and the star fragment falling to the earth, and then it shows a bit of Pluto, you know. The thing that I kind of liked with this theme song is that when Yuki looks up into the sky, it shows 3 lights going past him, and these lights kind of represent the 3 first legendary bladers, Jinga, Kyoya, and then Ryuga, like, and then we have Yuki. Like, those are the 3 legendary bladers they find together the first time round, and this theme song was used for the first half, and we didn't get to see the other legendary bladers until quite later on in the theme song, into the show, and yeah, it's pretty cool, really cool. What else do I love about this theme song? Well, there's a second version of it, and it's cut dramatically short. It's only a minute long. I was shocked how short it was, you know. I was pretty damn shocked by how like short this theme song was. I mean, it's not that long at all. I mean, I think it's because at the time they were cutting the Beyblade series because it was like too long for some reason. I'm not too sure why it was too long, too short. I think because they wanted to play a TV show before this theme song, before the Beyblade came out, so that's why they cut it. And the cut version is much better than the first one. It's not as long, but it shows better visuals. I love the legendary bladers like ripping it out, and it cuts to the beat of the song as well, and then we show all the main key players of the show. And I love the bit with Jinga and Rago, like Rago and Nemesis. I don't know what the heck is with Nemesis in the background. He's just kind of like smiling, like, look at me, Nemesis. And then you have Jinga. I love how Jinga's the last one we see, and him like exploding with power. This is kind of symbolic to the final episode where all the legendary bladers entrust their powers to Jinga, and all the bladers of the world give their power to Jinga. And then we have Pegasus like zooming forward and towards Nemesis, and I freaking love that. I also love how it ends with Jinga and the legendary bladers in, you know, at the end. And I love how they kind of replaced Ryuga with Kenta towards the end, because Ryuga sadly died. Rest in peace, Ryuga. We will love you and never forget you. It doesn't have that same energy Galaxy Heart did, but I still love it nevertheless. I still always freaking love listening to this song. There's even a music video of this song, like bloody hell. At number 6 we got the Beyblade Burst Turbo English theme song, and I freaking love this song. It reminds me of Fall Out Boy. The first time I heard it, I thought it was Fall Out Boy playing it, and the song just works with the visuals. The visuals look amazing. Look how colourful some of these shots look, you know. And I have to admit, they did something interesting with this one. In the first theme song, if you remember, I forgot the main character's name, I'll just call him Zed. Zed's character was all shaded in darkness for some reason, and then all of a sudden, in this one, he's all shiny and light. I think because if they showed him in that darkness, I think they did it for the kids because they thought, oh, the kids will be too scared for that. And I don't know why they did that, but that's a little nice touch to it. Some of the animation looks so amazing, like some of the bass just spinning in this one. They're on fire. Like, look at how colourful it is, and it's fast. It doesn't, I feel like it's too quick because it doesn't let your eyes soak in what's happening. It's like they're speeding everything up so fast. And yeah, it's just way too quick, but they just want the kids to just get into it, you know. And I freaking love, you know, I freaking love the bit where the theme song goes, "Be a part of the legacy," and you show Volt Ahoy just looking down, and it's just kind of like seeing his new successor, and I like that bit as well. Just a really hyperactive theme song, you know. The first half where it, you know, gets ready, it gets you, you know, it prepares the show. I love that first half. It's done really well. Now we're coming to our top 5. Now I've reviewed like practically all the theme songs, and now these top 5. Before I review, I was saying this is my opinion and don't judge, but these 5 theme songs, the reason why I picked them are due to like the music, the editing, the use of animation, and some of the symbolic meaning in the theme songs. That's why I pretty much picked these ones. I'm sorry that this video is so long. I mean, we're at 36 minutes already. I hope you're not bored already. It's freaking Beyblade. This is why you came here. You wanted to see me review Beyblade theme songs. I bet no other person has done this. Or maybe other people. But I would like to do a shout out to Blue Wolf 100 and his Beyblade reviews. Like, he kind of inspired me to do some videos on Beyblade. He inspired me to do the old versus new Beyblade video because his opinions, I did have mixed feelings on that video, and I wanted to do my version of it. So thanks Blue Wolf 100. Thanks for the inspiration, and thanks for the, you know, inspiration. And number 5, we have got Beyraiderz theme song. Now Beyraiderz, oh my gosh, this is the only opening in my top 5 that isn't Beyblade. It's still Beyblade, but it's Raiders. It's part of the Wheels Raiders like series, you know. But you'd think, oh, this series was really crap. Honestly, it may have been crap, but the animation was kind of stellar in this series, you know. What can I talk about this theme song? Well, this theme has a much better song than the Bay Wheels theme song. There's 2 versions, the Japanese version and the English version. The Japanese version actually uses the English soundtrack for some reason without having an original Japanese song. I guess the budget was more focused on the animation than paying Japanese bands to perform. Lol. But I do prefer the English theme when it comes to the editing. It has more energy and it has more focus than the previous, than the Japanese version. I felt like some of the shots were too long and it just kind of dragged on for too long, you know. Yeah, I mean, if looking at some of these shots, if I was 10, I'd be hyped for this show. Super hyped, you know. I don't know which shot is the one that really, like, you know, got me. This bit, I'd say, with Samurai Ephraim, like, you know, showing his saber. If I saw this, I'd be totally hyped. However, this theme song does have very mixed, like, aspects of it. Oh gosh, I feel like the dubbing company wanted to edit the characters' mouths to the beat of the song to look like they're singing the theme song. I mean, it's just so corny and tacky. But at the same time, I like it. I feel like it works. It shows you how, you know, like, into this Beyraiding they are, you know. They are so passionate about it. They have to sing and dance about it. You just have to get it out of their system, and it's low. It's really funny. I mean, it's nothing compared to when Naruto and Ko were dancing in the Shippuden theme song. So yeah, this is tame compared to that. Right, in this theme song, it was written and performed by Yuki. Galaxy Heart has such an energetic vibe to it, you know. It kind of reminds me of a sport game anthem for some reason. Like, the trumpets play in the background, And I love the first scene, with how it matches well with the song. Having Jinga and the gang, Jinga and Masamune battling out. And I love how it goes, go, and then you have all the crowd like kind of like, you know, like it's in a way like all like kind of singing to the song, you know, just to get hyped up and pumped for it, you know. And the theme song does show all the key characters and the battles that will happen without showing too much of the plot. I love the shot where Jing is standing on top of the mountain. It represents how he won the Beyraiderz tournament and was crowned the #1 blader in the world. However, everyone of the world was like, hey, Jinga isn't the main blader of the world, we're #1. And the clouds that surround Jinga in this shot kind of symbolizes all the bladers of the world. Now he has to kind of defeat each and every one of them to secure his place at being the #1 champion. However, how the heck did he climb up there? I mean, just looking at that mountain, look how big that mountain is. How did this dude climb that thing? Like, what the heck? I don't know. I also love the shot where Gangan Galaxy, sounds like a Japanese yogurt, lol, are like, you know, trying to, you know, run after their base. But this bit is kind of concerning because their bays are flying away and they're just kind of like smiling about it. Like, those bays are gone. Like, look how far they flew and they're just running and they're like, guys, get after your bays. They're flying away. Lol. Anyway, that bit's funny, you know. But the best part of the theme song is definitely the bit where Pegasus and El Drago are fighting, you know. I mean, wow. Wow! And then this is where the music starts to change a little bit and it just gets really epic and you get pitch changes in the theme song and it's just, oh my gosh, where Pegasus just kind of zooms and charges towards El Drago. It's just so epic, you know, and it cuts so well with the song. Like, look how groovy that cut was, you know. Then you have Masamune and Zio about to battle, and I love how you see Zio in the foreground, and how the lightning is all kind of like focused on Zio, and it shows you how something's gonna happen to Zio. You know it. And oh, the song is just so groovy and upbeat, and it just gets you ready to Beyblade. It's just so sick. Yeah. And number 3, Beyblade Burst Evolution theme song. Now you'd think Beyblade Burst has a good theme song? When I first got into Beyblade Burst, I have to admit, I didn't like it. I didn't like the series. I didn't like season 1 of it, of the show. And I thought the first theme song was kind of crap, in a way. I didn't think it was that great, you know. But when Beyblade Burst Evolution came out, I was like, let's watch it. And then this theme song came all of a sudden. I mean, from the first second, it gets you hyped. I mean, it shows Valkyrie X, like, in its kind of like parts form, and then it just kind of combines together and then merges, and the way it just kind of like it's just done so well. I love the song, you know. It's very it's kind of got this like kind of inspiration, like it kind of it's very inspiring hearing it, you know. And then you just see all like the characters battling it out, and I love like some of the cinematography and the camera spins, you know. And I love how it shows what's going to happen. Like, we have this mass blader with a red eye. Who's that going to be? I know who it is, but I'm not going to spoil it for you. I freaking love some of these scenes. And I like how they just cut like the ripping part with the you know, the song. And it's the first and only Beyblade theme song to not include Let It Rip in it, you know. For some reason, I just noticed that as well, you know. It is, yeah, it's the only theme song to not do that, you know. But it's so epic. Like, look how epic this theme song is. Just boom, boom, boom. It's like, wow, never give up, never give in. Like, those are really inspirational words. Such a sick song. At number 2, we have Beyblade G-Revolution Identity, sung by Springs. It is a very different theme song from the previous theme song. It's, I think, the second Beyblade theme song to have female singers in. This other one was spinning the world in the Beyblade Metal Fusion movie. And there is a reason why I love this theme, and it's my second favourite theme. This is due to the lovely melody played within the song. I freaking love the first piano keys, you know, and you see the birds flying up into the sky, you know. And there's a lovely match cut in the theme song where the 5 main bays flying in the sky kind of cut to the birds, and it's just done so well, you know. And I love how all the G-Rev main characters bays cut and then reveal them, you know. That's done really well. Like, it just kind of slices, and I like how the aspect ratio is also, like, you know, done as well. It's done really well, this theme, like in terms of the editing, you know. I would see each and every one of these characters and what they're like, you know, and kind of like, you know, who they are. But I freaking love the bit with Kai, you know, and it cuts to a wide aspect ratio of him in the fire, and I like the rule of thirds used in it, how Kai's position on the far left. It kind of shows you how he's isolated and alone in this arc, and that is due to the fact that I think he was defeated by Brooklyn, and he's in a dark place, this guy, after his defeat against Brooklyn, and he is like not happy, he is upset by this. And then it cuts to Brooklyn, which is kind of adds insult to injury to all that, and he's smiling and happy, doesn't give a care in the world. And then we see all of the characters getting revved up and ready to fight all the people they're gonna defeat. And then the interesting part of the theme is showing Tyson from the previous series, original series of Beyblade, V-Force, and then G-Rev, you know. And then we see all the Beyraiderz that he fought and battled, and then we see his brother shouting at Tyson to go forth and like, Tyson, you can do this! And I suppose this is kind of, you know, tributing to the fact that this was the final Beyblade season and the final theme song for Beyblade. So it's kind of saying a goodbye to Beyblade. It's kind of reminding the audience, look how Tyson grew throughout the entire series. He was a little boy to a like teenager to like pretty much an adult, and I just love that theme song, you know. The animation is amazing, it's stellar, it's upbeat and calming at the same time, you know. It's really sad listening to the song, and yeah, it's epic at the same time. But number one for me has to definitely be the original Beyblade song, the Let's Beyblade song. Whenever you think of Beyblade, this is the theme song that everyone loves and knows, you know. This is the theme song that gets you hyped, you know. I freaking love it, you know. Let's see, season 1, obviously it has all the shots from season 1, you know, and it just, oh, like the guitars, boom, 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 it gets you hyped for it. I mean, and it actually shows you the best parts of like the battles without really spoiling too much, you know. It shows the most exciting parts of, like, you know, the show, and it's done really well. And it even has comedy as well, simple showing that even though the show is an action show, it does have comedy with Grandpa Mr. Dickens kind of like, you know, grooving to the song, and then you have like this red bay kind of bouncing on this green bay, and it's kind of like, you know, cut into the beat of the song. So it may be an action-packed song, but it does have a lot of comedy. The V-Force version of this theme song is actually a little different. Obviously, it shows you the scene from V-Force, and I do love how it starts with Tyson and all his friends like kind of battling, and it shows you like their battles while it's cutting to it, you know. And there's a lot of like, you know, what's the word? Like, there's a lot of obvious like stuff happening. Like in the theme song, when it says picking up speed, it shows Tyson and the gang on this like train car, literally speeding like across the, you know, train tracks. It is kind of probably the worst edited theme song, you know. I feel like they just keep shoving way too much scenes in there, like the bit with him and his grandpa fighting didn't really need to be in there. But I freaking love the bit where Tyson and his friends are like in their little square panels, like ripping it, and then they're all getting piped up, and it shows you some of the villains who are going to be in the show without showing too much. It shows you shots of it, you know. And yeah, it's a pretty groovy, you know, looking theme song, but the editing isn't that well done. However, it's the editing on G Revolution that's done really well. And personally, G Rev is the best looking theme song out of all of them. This is the themes, like, just looking at it, like, look how cool that looks. That looks so sick, man. Like, look at it. Like, man, look how cool it looks. Has Tyson letting it rip, and then his babe flies in, clashes, you see rivals, and I freaking love how, you know, Kai's turned his back on Tyson, and then Tyson's like trying to run after Kai and get him. That's symbolizing the fact that Kai needs to Beyraiderz to join the Blitzkrieg boys. I don't know what team it was he joined, and just loving all that. And it shows you all the main characters ripping it, and so great. And I freaking love how it's the only theme song out of all of them that introduces who the characters are. Has Tyson, Daichi, Max, Kai, Ray, and I love all that, you know. And it is the theme song I remember the most, you know. But the original Beyblade just had this energy that some others didn't have. That guitar, boom, 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 and it shows you like the best animation in the show, you know, and that's why it's my top favorite, you know. And with that said, thank you for watching this review. I'm sorry that it's too long, but it's freaking Beyblade. I wanted to get this off my chest, you know, just because I freaking love Beyblade and I freaking love some of the theme songs, you know. And thanks for watching this review. Please like and share this video down below and comment. And tell me, did I miss anything? Should I have spoken a bit more? Analyze the theme songs a bit better? I don't know. Tell me what I missed out. Please like and share this video. Comment down below and tell me, what is your favorite Beyblade theme song? This is my favorite, obviously. But tell me down below. With that said, thanks for watching this review. And as always, Beyraiderz signing out. Peace out. And always let it rip.